In your headlines, the Five Keys community endured hours of long-string gun violence. 7 employees of Tcig have been named in an ongoing criminal court case. And word of a new contraceptive for men is the talk of the town. From the PTV Broadcasting Headquarters in Providenciales, your #1 source for news, I'm Erica Pinales, delivering the latest from across the country this Thursday, April 7th, 2022, right to your door. Newswatch starts now. In today's top story, a horrific day for police officers and residents of the Five Keys community after an hours-long string of gun violence ensued in a heavily populated area of that settlement. Newswatch has more.
What you mean? What the big man?
That's the sound of gunfire erupting over an extended period in the streets of Five Keys on Wednesday afternoon. Newswatch would later learn that there was what we'd call in today's time some sort of gun war between two groups of men. However, no motives have been revealed by police, who were also scoured across that community in the heat of those brazen acts. Persons on social media in a frenzy over what has occurred throughout most of the day, warning others to stay away.
If you all get anybody in Five Keys, for Christ's sake, get them out as soon as possible, because it sounds like Ukraine and Russia in Five Keys right now. Gunshots for the last 10 minutes, solid. So if you don't get anybody down there, for Christ's sake, you get them out.
Police would later reveal that earlier that morning, a man was shot and taken to the hospital where he's being treated. Later in the evening, a few disturbing and gruesome images would be sent across social media showing persons visibly injured from gunshot wounds. Officers have since pled for the public to cease the dissemination of such material, as these photos are not believed to be related to the TCI. The gun amnesty program was launched between March 1st to 31st. However, the force has yet to reveal the results of that program, though it goes without saying that whatever the amount of firearms and ammunition has been retrieved, there's, by the looks of things, far more left on the outside.
7 employees of Tcig have been named as co-conspirators in an ongoing criminal court case. We bring you the details. Yesterday morning, Wednesday, April 6, 2022, a 42-year-old immigration officer was arrested by Integrity Commission officers supported by the Royal Turks and Caicos Islands Police Force for corruption offenses. He's been released on bail pending further inquiries, and we gather that the officer has been placed on administrative leave. Following a criminal investigation by the Integrity Commission and subsequent charges which have been made preferred by the Office of the Director of Public Prosecutions in relation to other individuals, 7 employees of Tcig have been named as co-conspirators in an ongoing criminal court case. Consultation has taken place between the Integrity Commission and the Office of the Governor, and the decision has been made to place the employees on administrative leave pending the outcome of the criminal trial. As these are all the details Newswatch has, the Integrity Commission informs that no further comments will be made regarding this matter. Don't go anywhere. More Newswatch when we return.
This is a reminder that all PTV service accounts are due on the first day of each month. Accounts should be brought up to date by the 28th of the month to avoid disruption in service. Payments may be made on our office at Stubbs Diamond Plaza, Providenciales, Mides Plaza, North Caicos, and Airport Road in South Caicos. Payments may also be made online using Scotiabank, CIBC First Caribbean Bank, and Royal Bank of Canada. Please allow 3 business days for online payments to be processed. We thank you for your cooperation.
Welcome back to Newswatch. The Department of Social Development and Welfare in the Ministry of Home Affairs, Public Utilities and Transportation joined the rest of the world in recognizing the month of April as Child Abuse Prevention Month. We have the details. During this time, a commitment is made to re-examining strategies to support children and families' well-being and raising awareness for prevention, child abuse, and neglect. The Turks and Caicos Islands and globally observes this month under the theme, Children are our tomorrow, care for them today. As a Christian nation, we are reminded by God throughout the Bible that children are a precious gift, and as adults, we have the privilege and moral obligation to nurture our children into holistic individuals who are capable of living the full and abundant life God desires for them. Honorable Otis Morris, Minister with Responsibility for Social Development and Welfare, said, "Children are and will always be our tomorrow. Therefore, as a society, it is encouraged that we pledge our solidarity to instill the necessary tools that will help prepare our precious and priceless generation to become the leaders of tomorrow by being a champion in their lives and a voice that speaks up on their behalf. Caring for our children requires a safe village approach to nurturing them and ensuring they are safe from all forms of abuse, neglect, and abandonment. The ministry advises to know the signs and report all suspected child abuse to the relevant authorities. Prevention is always better than cure. We are also reminded to teach our children how to love, be kind, honest, grateful, humble, teach them responsibilities, praise their achievements, be a good listener to them, impart knowledge to them, and lastly but most importantly, to practice what we preach, be the role model and model the behavior we desire for them." As the Department of Social Development and Welfare continues its mandate in child protection and safeguarding, they're requesting the public's commitment in fighting this battle with them. The ministry says that no child left behind should be the motto echoed throughout our communities, as we are reminded that no one person or entity is responsible for raising children. It is the collective responsibility of all adults to play their part in being the village that raises healthy, happy, productive, respectful Turks and Caicos Islanders. Here are the upcoming activities for Child Prevention Month 2022. On April 1st, the Ministry of Home Affairs will host a child abuse prevention display at the social development offices. On April 8th, social workers are to visit schools and conduct educational sessions in Provo, North and Middle Caicos, Grand Turk, and South Caicos. On April 10th, Blue Sunday will be commemorated throughout the churches in recognition of Child Abuse Prevention Month. On April 15th, Blue Day for all public and private sector planting of blue pinwheels at various locations throughout Provo in the street distribution of brochures to spread awareness. On April 22nd, My Body, My Responsibility, the Lady in Me seminar in Provo. On April 26th, there will be an art competition in North and Middle Caicos at the Q Community Center. And on April 26th, also a prayer vigil, poster, and jingle competition in Grand Turk. On April 29th, there will be an art competition at the Ethel Ingram in Provo. And on April 30th, a balloon release in recognition of Child Abuse Prevention Month. Remember, child abuse is everybody's business. If you see something, say something, break the silence, let's end child abuse, as the ministry says. Next up, we explore a new breakthrough in contraception for men. Yes, you heard it correctly. Birth control pills for men is now on the radar for marketing, and here's what we know so far.
Scientists are now testing out a non-hormonal birth control pill for men. Testing, we learn, has been proven successful in lab trials on rodents, with human trials to begin as early as the end of the year. The new drug, created by a team at the University of Minnesota, is formulated to block proteins from binding to vitamin A, which is known to be crucial to fertility and virility in mammals. The drug, shown to be 99% effective at preventing pregnancy in mice, had no apparent side effects, which could be due to the absence of hormones. During the trial, the mice were given the drug orally for just 4 weeks. They had such a steep drop in sperm count that they became sterile. When the team stopped dosing the animals, they noticed the drug's effects reversed. The mice reverted to normal virility in 4 to 6 weeks. Earlier attempts at male birth control pills have largely worked by blocking testosterone, which led to depression, weight gain, and decreased libido. There are a number of available birth control choices for women, which range from pills to patches to intrauterine devices, which result in women bearing most of the burden of preventing pregnancy. Now it seems that all is about to change.
Don't touch that remote, we'll be right back. Coming up next is your Sports Authority and weather forecast.
This is a reminder that all PTV service accounts are due on the first day of each month. Accounts should be brought up to date by the 28th of the month to avoid disruption in service. Payments may be made on our office at Stubbs Diamond Plaza, Providenciales, Mides Plaza, North Caicos, and Airport Road in South Caicos. Payments may also be made online using Scotiabank, CIBC First Caribbean Bank, and Royal Bank of Canada. Please allow 3 business days for online payments to be processed. We thank you for your cooperation.
Welcome back to Newswatch. Here's the latest in your Sports Authority and weather forecast. Following the Baton's arrival, a motorcade left the airport at 1 p.m. for Shishaya Hall, where the official welcome ceremony took place at 2 p.m.
Today I stand here wearing many hats. A former athlete, a sports administrator, the chef de mission for the Birmingham 2022 Commonwealth Games, and as your chairperson for this grand occasion. I am elated and excited about what this signifies for the Commonwealth Games Association of the Turks and Caicos Islands and our athletes.
The welcoming ceremony for the Queen's Baton signifies that our team of athletes from the Turks and Caicos Islands will enter the Alexander Stadium located in Birmingham, UK, in the Parade of Nations to participate in one of the biggest multi-sport events in the world.
I am also pleased to say that for the first time, Turks and Caicos will be adding cycling and swimming to our repertoire. Today, we welcome the arrival of the Birmingham 2022 Queen's Baton. The Baton epic journey across the 72 nations and territories of the Commonwealth Games begun on the 7th of October 2021 at Buckingham Palace, where Her Majesty the Queen securing her message to the Commonwealth in the Baton. This same message will be read at the opening ceremony of the Commonwealth Games by Her Majesty the Queen or her representative.
We gather that it is intended that the journey of the Queen's Baton inspires hope, solidarity, and collaboration as it connects communities, embraces unique culture, and shares inspirational stories.
The Baton journey here in the Turks and Caicos will once again showcase our rich and unique, beautiful by nature, people and culture.
The Queen's Baton Relay is seen as a symbol of peace and unity. It's a games tradition that celebrates, connects, and excites communities and people from across the Commonwealth. This is an opportunity to showcase our culture, historic sites, and breathtaking beaches, hospitality of local people, and the diversity of each community.
Significance to me is the fact that we are a large global family, and it speaks to the power of the state. We live in a world today where size only matters to a certain extent. And so for Turks and Caicos Islands, I am pleased to associate myself with the receipt of the baton and the activities around it over the next few days.
The baton was set to travel to North and Middle Caicos today on the 7th of April from 8 a.m. from Belfield Landing, visiting schools and historical sites, then on to Middle Caicos, showcasing our best beaches at Bambera Beach, tasting our delicious cuisine, returning to Provo for the Queen's Baton Relay at 2 p.m. from the Children's Park, where all NBGs will be represented, ending at the National Stadium for a reception. On April 8th, the baton will travel to South Caicos, the fishing capital, and Salt Key, climaxing in Grand Turk, where a huge celebration is planned, celebrating the accomplishments of young people. The relay will commence at 3 p.m. from Carnival Cruise Center throughout the neighborhoods of Grand Turk, concluding at the parade grounds at 4:30 p.m. for the official ceremony, where the Commonwealth Games Association is committed to delivering an event with a specific focus on empowering and celebrating the achievements of young people.
So coming to the end of this celebration here today and welcoming of the official baton to the Turks and Caicos Islanders, a number of you are down tomorrow to run a leg of the relay, and then others are down to run in Grand Turk the following day on Friday. The finale of the race tomorrow will be taking place at our National Stadium.
Here's your weather forecast for April 8th, 2022. For the nation's capital, Grand Turk, on Friday, partly cloudy skies, high 81, low 77, winds east-southeast at 15 to 25 miles per hour. For South Caicos on Friday, partly cloudy skies, high 82, low 77, winds east-southeast at 15 to 25 miles per hour. For North and Middle Caicos, intervals of clouds and sunshine, high 83, low 77, winds southeast at 10 to 20 miles per hour. For Parrot and Pine Key, partly cloudy skies, high 82, low 77, winds southeast at 15 to 25 miles per hour. And on Providenciales, partly cloudy skies, high 82, low 77, winds southeast at 15 to 25 miles per hour. Now for your sunrise and sunset. Sunrise 6:36 a.m., sunset 7:07 p.m., and for your high tides and low tides, high tides 1:12 a.m., 1:42 p.m., and low tides 7:46 a.m., 7:36 p.m. And that's it for your weather forecast. We'll be right back with more News Watch.
Here at People's Television, we're more than just your leading news and entertainment services. We are
Spreading the gospel.
We are breaking barriers.
We are preserving the culture. Each one, teach one.
We are committed to excellence.
We're creating change.
We are creating memories.
We are the future.
I am PTV.
I am PTV. I am PTV.
I am PTV.
We are PTV.
We are continuing the legacy. We are PTV.
Welcome back to News Watch. The Turks and Caicos National Insurance Board is celebrating 30 years of dependable Social Security protection. As News Watch conducted an interview with Director and Deputy Director of the board, here's what the National Insurance Board has in store for you.
Amazing that 30 years have gone by. I would not have been with the institution for the full 30 years, but I can certainly remember hearing about the startup of the National Insurance Board. I would have been with another employer at the time. It's just amazing that 30 years has gone by. It's a rather significant milestone for the institution.
For 3 decades, the NIB has provided a safety net for the people of the TCI through a wide range of benefits.
It is amazing to see that when the NIB first came on stream 30 years ago, it was met with much skepticism. But now, 30 years later, we have a lot greater buy-in, and people have really seen the benefit of what the National Insurance mandate is actually play out in their own personal lives. So I'm happy that we've reached thus far, and we look forward to the next 30.
As the NIB hits this significant milestone, they claim to continue to build a strong reserve to ensure we can meet our benefit obligations well into the future.
As you would have said, over the past 30 years, the National Insurance Board would have touched the lives of many families numerous individuals. So those persons would be grateful towards the institution and for the benefits that they would have received. We would have some testimonials as well from persons who would have received benefits over the years. The National Insurance Board has a very wide range of benefits. Everybody knows about sickness and everybody knows about maternity, and just about everybody knows about retirement, but our benefit ranges far beyond just those few benefits. So yes, over the years, we would have touched countless lives.
The National Insurance Board has made an impact in the lives of many persons, as Risa stated, giving the perfect example of a mother not having a source of income while on maternity leave if the insurance board wasn't around.
The mother who is on maternity leave, she could rest assured that she would have a portion of her salary coming back. So yes, we would have touched countless lives, and so we would have lots of persons out there who can testify to the benefit of the institution.
NIB proudly state they've been making a difference for 30 years, and to celebrate, they reportedly have a lineup of events.
Our 30th year is going to be a very big year for us, and we've planned a month-long celebration, much of which would be for stakeholders, the community, and even our staff. So we have a wide range of activities that will be happening throughout the year in the various different islands. The first of which is on Wednesday, April 6th, which is our actual anniversary, and it's our annual general meeting, and it's open to stakeholders of the NIB, where we will be giving information about the performance of the fund and our new initiatives.
After some celebrations with the community, the NIB also have much in store for their staff members.
And then we celebrate with staff. We have an annual general staff meeting and also a celebration dinner just to celebrate our staff and the years that they've contributed to the NIB and its success. Then we move on to community events, which will be the first of which will be in North Caicos. It's an island adventure where we go around and we do PR campaigns and we visit the elderly. So we have a wide range of activities there. We have a panel discussion in Grand Turk on April 20th, and that will be around our theme, which is making a difference for our 30th anniversary. And it's a panel discussion on how various persons from different facets of society speak about how they're making a difference in their entities on a national level. And then from there, we move on to the island of South Caicos, where we're having a community meeting and then a community softball match on the Saturday, April 23rd. And we'll also be around the community visiting with the elderly and giving out our information as we intermingle with the community.
Finally, as integrity and accountability go hand in hand, here's a message from the CEO.
Protecting the fund is all of our concern. So I also encourage persons, when you know of people who are defrauding the system, whether it's through avoidance of payment or through accessing benefits that they shouldn't be accessing, please feel free to give us a call. We wouldn't call your names. We would carry out our investigations and see if there is merit to what you're saying. So partner with us and help us to protect the fund, right? We're here, we say, because we're here. We are because you are. We're here to serve you. Help us to work together with us to protect the fund.
That brings us to the end of this edition of The Real News. I hate to leave you so soon, but of course, you can join us right back here every weekday at 6:30 p.m. and tap into our social media platforms at www.ptv8tci.com. I'm Erica Penales, keeping you informed, updated, and affiliated. Until next time.